Howdy, y'all, and welcome to episode 4 of Hot Wet Poetry, where the poetry comes first. Today we have a very special episode. You see, I have a new short story coming out this Thursday, June 17th, called The Sonnet. And I thought, what better way to promote this new short story than with a sonnet from that very short story? So today's hot wet poem is a sonnet from the short story, The Sonnet. It's called A Sonnet Called Bullshit. I hope you enjoy. The curly-haired girl pulled the mic stand closer to her and smiled falsely for the small crowd. She stood before a cheaply printed banner that read Open Mic Poetry at the Cove, then beneath it, $5 draft beers. That was Cheryl Thompson with her free verse, Waterfalls of Blood. Show her some love, you guys. All 8 in the crowd snapped on cue with little enthusiasm, and 7 of them were poets. The remaining one was a poet's friend. John sat at the bar, hunched over his $5 draft. Next, we have John Hart with a sonnet called Bullshit. She squinted and checked the title one more time to make sure that she'd said it properly. Give it up. John kicked back what was left in his plastic cup, then made his way up to the stage. The snap stopped before he reached it. He adjusted the stand to his height and then looked out across the swaying group of poets who stared back at him with quiet disdain. He smiled and said, "This sonnet is called bullshit." She smiles at you when she wants something, batting her eyes in that way that makes you feel like a man despite your ways, eyes cast to brighter days when the feeling might be true. But that jazz is all bullshit, I tell you. The hopping sound challenged right down to its core. Full of lies, she bats her shining amber eyes and sends your beat tumbling to the floor, leaving it there for someone to step on like some steamy pile of bullshit. And you were never such a man, because men know pain, and you don't know this. So stand here with your instrument and play, and live to end your life another day. Thanks, John concluded. Well, that's it, guys. That is a sonnet called Bullshit from my new short story, The Sonnet, which comes out this Thursday, June 17th. Go on Amazon or on my website and buy it. If you like the poem, maybe you'll like the other 17 pages. I hope you do. It's going to be available in ebook and paperback. That's it. Those are the only 2 ways. So if you like audiobooks, you're shit out of luck this time. But who knows, maybe in the future, we sell enough paperbacks, maybe, I'll make an audiobook. While you're there, you can also grab my first short story, The Trouble with Dead Terriers, or my first novel, A Whistle on the Waves. Other than that, if you have a hot, wet poem just sitting in a notebook somewhere, and you send it to me, there is a possibility that I could read your poem on Hot Wet Poetry. How about that? So if you have a hot wet poem, send it to me at kmwoods@kmwoodsauthor.com. And if I like it, I don't know, maybe I'll read it on the air. Gotta send it to find out. Well, until then, stay hot and wet.